Hey, Shalom. Start off by saying all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakah Kadash. That's all praises who the world ignorant calls God in Jesus Christ. The true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. The true name of his beloved Son in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai. Also want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. Preachers word of truth sincerity. This is the brother Tazabah, the Great Millstone, Arizona camp, with another video to edify Lord will. I'm going to just get right into it.
Hey, shalom, shalom, Elkim, shalom, shalom. As you can see right here, wow, I was fortunate enough to catch this through the spirit. You got Humvees moving in the neighborhood, baby. You got Humvees moving in the neighborhood, man. Wow. Hey, man, listen. Something's about to go down this summer. And I don't know, they probably plan on locking down my area or whatnot, but hopefully brothers was able to see that. Yeah, hey, because I'm a guy from the DC. Yeah, reporting through the spirit, shalom.
As you heard, it was the brother Kassab Magad. I believe that's how you said his name. From the DC camp. And that's the elder brother over there. And a head brother over there, whichever one it is. I don't know how long the brother's been in the faith, but I know it's been quite a long time. And yeah, you're seeing that the brother was posting. This is from a week ago. May the 6th. It's May 17th right now, so a week ago, a week and a day. A week and like 3 days ago. He stated that they're moving in Humvees. Now this is something they're doing across the nation, man. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, he just got done with his, through Trump, got done with his statement saying that whatchamacallit, to issue forth the vaccinations to the people, right? So peep this one.
Tear gas first started down the commons, then the guard moved up on both sides of Taylor Hall and forced the kids off the commons. Then one group, I don't know how many there were, 50 maybe, perhaps more, perhaps less, moved down to the practice football field.
After you feed them, then what will we do? Will you ask them to leave?
They've got grievances, they've got demands. There are demands on both sides. We have to talk.
And then there were a whole lot of kids around them. A few kids were throwing sticks and stones, but that was only a handful, not more than 10, 15. And then the guard shot some tear gas up on the hill to disperse the crowd, and the kids picked it up and threw it back.
We'll fly out. Guard will make a perimeter, a circle, right out in here. From the right, you move out. You start a big circle around here.
You don't talk during a state of emergency, Mike. You know that. Come on.
I'm sorry, but
we'll
I don't
talk
want
as
people
soon as
shot.
we get this settled down.
I don't want people shot on this campus, just as a citizen of this campus.
Who wants people
All
shot?
right, but they're sitting quietly.
Okay, will you ask them to leave?
This area immediately. Leave this area immediately.
And all of a sudden I heard the shooting. And then I saw people dropping to the ground, and then I fell to the ground also, because I couldn't walk anymore.
What the investigators have to determine then is whether indeed there was a sniper and whether the guard was justified in firing its weapons, or whether, as some people here believe, the guard, under the pressure of a rock-throwing attack, panicked and fired its weapons indiscriminately, killing 4 people. Ike Pappas, CBS News.
And then I got one more video. Keep these in mind, right? Actually, I got 2 more videos. I'm going to start my precepts after this. this is exactly why we tell brothers that these days are gonna be evil, man. This is the same mindset that this devil's gonna have, man. He's gonna start coming out the normal everyday people. But this is Jeremiah 5:6. And I'll play this video in a minute. It says Jeremiah 5:6, it says, "Wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them, and a wolf of the evening shall spoil them. A leopard shall watch over their cities. Everyone that goeth out thence shall be torn in pieces." And that leopard that's looking over the cities, that's going into Alexander the Great, and the chief of the heathen, those military men. And it said, it's everyone that goeth out thence shall be torn to pieces, man. So in these coming days, when Esau starts rolling this military through your neighborhoods and shit, hey, you got to understand the time you're in, man. This is the time of great death, man. This is Ecclesiastes, I think it's Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. It says to every, you know what? Let me try to get it, man. Yeah, it's Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. Ecclesiastes 3:1, it says, "To everything there is a season, and to a time to every purpose under the heaven." You see? And I'm gonna jump down to the part that's more suited for this time. It says, "A time to be born, and a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill, and a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up." It says, verse 8, "A time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace." You see? And we're seeing that we're coming into that time of war, man, and in a time of Jacob's trouble. That leopard is going to start watching over these cities. That's why the militaries are being mobilized, as Trump said recently in his current address, talking about the vaccinations, that they would use the military to distribute the vaccinations. Now they got the House Resolution Bill 6666, giving them the ability to strip people from their homes, quarantine them without any due process. Strip you from your homes, take you somewhere else. You don't know when you'll be back. This is the times we're coming into, man. And these militaries are gonna be shutting down these cities, just like the scriptures say. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. So let me get this. Play this real quick.
Dr. Ray, thank you for being with us today. And I know you've been here for a very long time. We have spoken many times about black identity extremists, and I definitely want to ask you about that today. I understand that the Bureau no longer uses BIE and instead categorizes these cases under the broader label of racially motivated violent extremism. But one, I wanted to know if you guys have
members, I think, of a group known as the Base. And there were arrests that were made not just in my home state of Georgia, but also in Maryland.
Getting ready to go to Virginia, correct? That was the group that was on their way to Virginia? And the individual in Texas that was arrested, he was incarcerated for a while, and then after being incarcerated and going on trial, he was released. He had activity on a website, and he also had literature when he was arrested. Are you familiar with the case that I'm talking about? We've talked about it before.
I think so, yeah.
So my question is, are there African Americans or black groups or individuals that are currently a part of the racially motivated violent extremism category?
Well, again, I don't know that I would speak in terms of investigating groups. We investigate individuals, and in some instances, individuals with co-conspirators. And I would say certainly there are individuals who we categorize and track under the racially motivated violent extremism part of our program management. who are African Americans targeting others. So, for example, you probably saw some of the reporting about the killing of the individuals in Jersey City, including the killing of the people in the kosher supermarket.
I did.
Those individuals were associated themselves with something called the Black Hebrew Israelite.
Oh, I'm very familiar with them.
You look at that proud ass face on that devil. This is Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fill the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. So this devil is moving in his military throughout the nation, and everything is about Jacob and Esau, man. Even though Esau tries to paint this as a precaution for a pandemic, getting out vaccinations, everything he does is in the mindset of furthering his kingdom and furthering his stance against Jacob, the elect, those that have the birthright. So now you're seeing that these things are coming to pass, man. That's what you're seeing right now, and the Lord is pulling it in a way that this devil is going to start watching for our steps. As we read earlier, man, a leper shall watch over their cities. So this is Psalms 17 and 1 second, I'll kill him. Salakia. Psalm 17:10, it says, they are enclosed in their own fat, with their mouth they speak proudly. They have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowing down to the earth. And that's how Esau's getting, man. Like as a lion that is greedy of the prey. And that's what he's doing, man. He's fixing his eyes through his military on Jake, man. When you go into that HR bill, that HR 6666 or 6666 bill, you can see that he's fixing his eyes on the poor. Because what is the main thing? We have to go through these places where the communities have less resources and less ability to get to health care. What is that talking about? It's talking about Jake neighborhoods, man, the poor. So he's fixing his eyes on us, bowing his head. Look, I'll read it again. Psalm 17:11. It says, they have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowing to the earth. Now think about somebody, like it says, like as a lion that is greedy of his prey. So think of a lion when it's stalking its prey. That's what he's doing. He's fixating himself on the prey. The scriptures tell you the prey departed not. We are the prey in this man's kingdom. It says, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places. You see? And that's what he's doing. He's doing this all in secret. While lockdowns are going on, you got militaries mobilizing, getting in the cities out of nowhere. They push them into these food banks, and they're the ones distributing the food to these food banks. They're the ones at these distribution centers. All this is happening within a lockdown. This devil is fixating himself on Jake, bro. It says, arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. And this is what the righteous are praying for, man. Hey, please, Baba Kushah, keep us safe in these times, man. This is Psalms 56:6. It says, you know what? I'll start at, I think I got to start at 2 on this one. Psalms 56:2. It says, mine enemies would daily swallow me up, for they be many that fight against me, O thou most high. It says, what time I am afraid, I will trust in thee. And this is what the elect has to do. When this shit starts hitting the fan, you got to start trusting the Lord, man. You got to do it now. It's a better idea to practice it now. But when this stuff hits the fan, you have to have that trust in the Lord. It says, in the Most High will I praise his word. In the Most High, it says, in power have I put my trust. I will not fear what flesh can do unto me. Every day they wrest my words. All their thoughts are against me for evil. They gather themselves together. They hide themselves. They mark my steps when they wait for my soul. And that's what he's doing, man. The trace act. He's marking your steps. He wants to know where you're going, who you've talked to, who you've been in contact with. That's marking your steps. It says, shall they escape by iniquity? In thine anger cast down the people, O power. You see? So they're not gonna get away from judgment, man, just because they're doing all this stuff, man. But Jake, you gotta understand what time we're in, and you gotta understand what this means. You know, this devil gonna roll. Don't take a carnal approach, you will lose. The carnality is his. We have the spiritual. And the spiritual shows us that he ain't doing shit. This devil, this so-called white man, ain't doing shit but what the Lord allows him to. Romans 13:4 says, for he is the minister of the Most High to the good, to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid. For he beareth not the sword in vain. You see, this devil, when he start rolling, if you want to be all fucking bucked up and think you're going to fight against him, you're going to lose, man. You better start praying and pleading with the Lord for his protection. It says, for he is the minister of the Most High, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. Then we just read in Psalms the 17th chapter, arise, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. We're reading that now again in Romans the 13th chapter. He's here to do the Lord's bidding on the left-hand side. And in these last days, man, this devil, he's going to come in like a flood, man. He's going to do those same things that he was doing back in the past, man. He's going to get busy. He's going to get real busy, man. You know? So Lord willing is edified. I want to say call Allah Yahweh by Shem Yahshai, by Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to elders and apostles, great millstone, and peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. Shalom.